Welcome to the Daniel Artest Podcast. And today I have a special guest. I got Big Baby Jonathan from the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast. What's up, brother? What's going on?
What's going on, Daniel? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Oh, nah, no problem, man. It's been a long time waiting. We've been going back and forth about, doing this podcast together. So I'm glad to have you on.
Yeah, me too, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so what's on your mind, man? Let's talk about these Lakers real quick. Before the coronavirus happened, the Lakers was first place in the West.
Hmm.
LeBron was I actually had LeBron in the lead for the NBA MVP, and the season just stopped dead in our tracks.
Hmm. Yeah, it was crazy, man. LeBron's playing at a high level, and I really, really want the NBA to come back, man, so we can get back to a normal life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely feel that, man. It's definitely been like crazy times with the coronavirus, and cities being locked down and everything. And so, how are you dealing with it?
It sucks, but on this podcasting platform, I am doing different things besides Laker talk. I also do Charger talk, NFL, MLB, and stuff. So I'm doing different things to keep myself busy.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Me too. I just been trying to do extra, like more different podcasts to step my game up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree, man. It's crazy what's going on.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy, man. It's just like wow, like how the world just stopped. You know what I'm saying? I told my friends the other day, like one cough just shut the whole world down, and it's true. You know?
Yeah, but also four NBA players got cleared of the virus. So
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, that's definitely good. I was going to get into that too. I was going to get into it. Like they pushed the Olympics back to
Hmm.
2021. So how you think that's going to help affect United States basketball? Because if they're talking about the season running into the summer, this year, which means that the season's going to start on Christmas or whatever for 2020. And then the league is going to run out. It's probably going to end up running through the whole Olympics. Like, how you feel about that? Like with the Olympics and like us getting a team to repeat for gold medal again.
That'll be interesting. What happens with the Olympics and stuff? But if the NBA starts the season in Christmas or in December, that'd be kind of cool. Just to change it up a bit. Adam Silver is probably going to try something different right now because, as you all know, the NBA is shut down for right now. And like for me, man, I'm just excited for the NBA season to come back. Man, I'm tired of sitting around waiting.
Yo, I think I'm the only one that don't miss basketball, bro.
Why do you say that?
Like I just been so immersed in other things now since this happened. I just really like I wake up and I really like don't miss basketball a lot at all. Like I really just be like, all right, it'll come back when it come back. I'm not going to be like so hungry for it to come back.
Yeah, I feel it, man. There's a lot of people are like that. Like my friends are like, man, I don't like basketball that much, and they're excited that it's suspended and shit and stuff. My bad.
No, you good, you good. So back to your Lakers. I know you're a big Laker fan and stuff, and a big LeBron fan and everything.
Hmm.
And I see you, on these players when they be going live, they be answering your questions and stuff. So like, how that feel? How you go about that, man? To get getting that access to these players, bro.
It's cool, Um, it's cool, but also, Kobe followed me on Twitter before. I talked to him on DM. Genie Bus follows me, and a bunch of players. Dwight follows me, and your brother followed me on Twitter a couple of years ago, and then he unfollowed me. Nothing biggie, you know what I mean? It's all good,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's just
Ron follows and unfollows me, so don't take it personal, bro.
yeah. I
Don't take
won't.
it personal. But it's funny because I was thinking like, everybody talks about LeBron, but
Uh-huh.
we got to forget we people forgetting about AD. Like as the AD was playing really good up before the season ended. That weekend when the Lakers beat the Clippers in Milwaukee, he had two 30-point back-to-back games and stuff. And I was like, okay, like if LeBron is number one in MVP, then Giannis is number two,
Hmm.
and then I had Anthony Davis as third place for me.
Yeah, Anthony Davis is playing at a high level, and he's a transcendent player. His defensive ability is really great. His offense, like there's times where I get mad at AD for shooting too many threes. When he's in the post, he goes to work every time. In today's NBA, a lot of players like to shoot too many threes. In my opinion, go to work. AD needs to get in the post and go to work.
I think that the Lakers, I have the Lakers winning the title, but I have them like when it's going to be a tough series whenever if they got to the finals, right? But it would have been easier if Anthony Davis played the center position more. Like he
Hmm.
unlocked the entire offense because he can step out and shoot those threes. Especially you want him to shoot those threes when he's playing center because he opens up the whole floor and he can shoot. maybe he needs to take it down from shooting 6 a game to about 4 or whatever.
Hmm.
But he's able to hit it. He's able to hit the three and it open up the whole offense for LeBron could do his thing, and even when LeBron has the ball, AD can go in the post or do pick and roll and stuff because they was damaging in the pick and roll those last 2 games, man.
Yeah, they were dominating, and we just came off of beating the Clippers and Milwaukee Bucks, man. And it's just like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just dominated them.
Yeah, sure. Y'all made it look real easy, man. And it's a shame that this virus just stopped everything. So, all right, let's get into some non-basketball stuff. Like, me and you podcast. I have my podcast, which you're on right now. You have your podcast, the Big Baby Jonathan Show podcast. So, like,
Hmm.
what got you into podcasting? How long you been doing it?
Since 2016,
Oh wow! So how many episodes you got?
302.
You got 302 episodes. This would be episode 44 for me. You know what I'm saying? I started I want to say I started in October of 2019,
Hmm.
and I mean I just started podcasting because I was just fed up with the narrative of basketball, sports media, So I just decided to create my own thing. I caught myself getting frustrated watching like shows like, First Take or, anything Skip Bayless is doing. And so I caught myself getting frustrated. So I decided to just, hey, let me just create my own space, my own platform and talk sports. I think I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. And I think that people are tired of hearing the same, regurgitating act from all these other sports media. So I was like, hey, let me create the Daniel Artest podcast and let's go.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Because I always be watching Skip, and he's just so negative on LeBron. Like he's just bashing him. I'm like, no, let me talk on my show. Like I keep it real on my show. If LeBron's having a bad game, I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people that listen to me don't like me keeping it real. They unsubscribe or unfollow me. I don't care. I'm just gonna continue to do what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, who's your top 5 people you want to podcast?
Well, more I want to podcast with.
Yeah.
Number one, Lakers owner Jeannie Buss. Number two,
Okay.
Dwight Howard. Number three, if I can get it, miracles can happen. LeBron James. Number four, your brother Ron Artest, and then number five, let's see here, Kyle Kuzma.
Okay. I see that. See, LeBron don't even podcast. He only did one podcast in his life, and that was the one that just came out recently
Yeah,
with Richard Jefferson. So I was like, damn, maybe we could get him on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, that would be cool.
yeah,
You
be
know,
lit.
well, my top 5, I want like LeBron would be at the top of my list of podcasting. I would want to podcast like Stephen A. Smith. I would like to pick his brain on certain things on how to maneuver throughout this whole thing. Um, some other NBA players, like just some New York City guys like Kemba Walker and stuff, and just and I want to podcast Rachel Nichols too because I want to ask her why she create these false narratives sometimes or
Yeah,
whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just want to ask questions. I got a lot of questions to ask people. So podcasting is fun for me. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
yeah, I enjoy it too. Another one I want to have a podcast is Mark Medina from USA Today. I want to have him on my podcast too. He knows his Laker basketball.
Yeah. Of course, definitely. Because remember, think about it. Mark Medina was, part of the Lakers since what 2010
Hmm.
and whatever. He had his years, and then he went to the Golden State Warriors. He was on my show recently too,
Yeah.
and we talked about a lot of things. And I was surprised that Mark Medina was actually Kobe's last interview.
Damn.
You
Damn.
know,
Oh yeah, I remember
nine,
that. Yeah.
yeah, and then 9 days later, that's just that's kind of association that you don't want. You
Hmm.
know, So it was cool to have him on the show because I didn't really talk about his job with him. I really just talked about just getting to know Mark more because you know us as podcasters or whenever I see a reporter on a show, they're always talking they're always on the job. Even when they're on other people's podcasts, they're not even on the clock and they're talking about the job. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna switch it up. I want to get to know this person. So I did my research on Mark Medina and I was pulling up stuff like during the episode, like, yo, your first job, you was doing lacrosse. You was doing
Hmm.
lacrosse games for your first job and stuff. I wasn't just naming, everything that he did. He was really surprised. He was impressed with the interview. It was real fun.
Yeah. Mark Medina's a great reporter, and he does his thing. I'll hopefully I get him on my podcast soon.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to send a recommendation that you get on his show, because now, especially now that he has more freedom to speak because he's a USA Today national NBA reporter.
Okay.
So it's not like he don't work with the any NBA teams anymore. So he can really just give you the real deal and stuff. I want to
Yeah.
have Chris Haynes on the show. That's the one I want to interview. I
Yeah,
want to
Chris
interview him.
Haynes. Yeah, him too, man. But the person I would want on my podcast just to like pick his brain, Stephen A. Smith, man. Too, like you said, Stephen A. Smith is very talented at what he does, but sometimes he jumped ship because he jumped ship when the Lakers went on like 3-game losing streak. He's like, oh, Lakers ain't winning the title, and then he's going for the Clippers. Like, is that part? I guess that's part of sports and media. I guess being in the
Yeah.
sports industry, I guess you go up and down, highs and lows through emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's sad though that they do it. You know what I'm saying? But they get in the big bucks for it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, they're getting the big bucks from it. So hey, if somebody throwing $10 million a year in your face, I'll probably do the same thing too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that, man. It's money talks, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, money
Mhm.
talks, brother. Unfortunately.
Yep.
Unfortunately. So yeah, man, I'm just glad that you came on for a second with me and stuff, and Joe, tell everybody your social media page.
Um,
How
go
everybody
follow go follow me on Twitter, Big Baby Jonathan. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast Show. And I just want to thank Daniel Artest for having me on your show, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Daniel Artest Pod. And I'm also on Facebook. I got the Facebook group, 2,200 members in there. I know you're a part of it, John.
Yep.
And just search on Facebook at the Daniel Artest Podcast. And with that being said, I would like to say peace out. Thank you for coming on the show. And love is love. Be safe out there, man.
All right, you too, man. Thanks for having me on.